How do you feel about your training today, Eli?
Well, it was the second time I've been in the gym in a while, and I made the same mistake that I used to make all the time, which is overtraining. It's very easy for me to get so intense and involved that I don't want to stop. But the issue with working out in a gym is that all of the weights are an external force that I'm moving. Yeah, it's great to use my whole body to balance that and control it, like in somebody's arm or somebody's head. So I was doing, one of the exercises I had involved was a concentration curl with a kettlebell, and instead of just standing there and doing that, I was in a lunge with my front right leg, curling with the right arm. My left leg was back, extending, contracting my glute hamstring calf, and my opposite arm was holding another kettlebell to train my shoulder. So I was in a complete center and training, and that was great. That was a good exercise. That was fine. But then I go over, and now I'm picking up a bar, lifting it overhead, putting it on my back, and doing lunges. But that whole movement of picking up that bar, that's not like picking up a person. A person has a head and has arms, and you can accommodate for their weight, and you can shift with their weight. If you shift that way with the bar, you'll fall on your fucking ass. You can't bend the bar like you can bend someone's hand, and so it forces and it holds tension in all these areas. So by the end of the workout, my hands are still shaking because my nerves are shot, because I push myself so hard, and I strain my back and all the little muscles in the vertebrae. So it's just pissing me off, because it's losing that mindset. It's not, I don't want to bodybuild. I want to train for survival. I want to train for functional living. I want to be able to snap that guy down. You know, if he's got his arms on somebody else, who's got his arms on me, I want to be able to pick him up and throw him. If it's a kid, I got to get out of the way for a moving bus. All this shit, you know. So there's a lot of exercises that are just completely wrong, you know. And I've played with the idea of getting back into the bodybuilding, but the issue is that I don't give a shit what they're seeing. I don't want to change the way I look for them, for someone else. I know what I want and what I want to accomplish. If I want to be able to hold a lunge for 10 minutes so I can be able to use that functional strength of having to strain my body to maybe hold a boulder back or catch something, I don't fucking know, but that's what I want to be able to do. If that's not going to make my quad grow a half inch, I don't give a shit. You know, and right now, like at 200 pounds, even as lean as I am, it's really not that functional. There's a lot of things I can do, like a warrior charging into the battle with a battle axe, the frontline guy, that's me. But also, it slows down, it overstresses my heart. I mean, I have an enlarged left ventricle. It makes it difficult. I got to take aspirin to keep my blood flow, you know, properly circulating. But, you know, I mean, what does it motivate, right? How does it stay positive? First you notice what's going on, and then how do I convert it? You know, well, I got to evolve the exercises. You know, I've got to remember what I want to create, not what they want. If it just so happens that as I'm creating this, my physique stays proportionate and symmetrical because of my genetics and my focus, then sure, maybe I'll step on stage one day and see what happens. I mean, but it's more about me wanting to get into the professional fighting, to learn those skills through martial arts and practical application, so that when I get into the bounty hunting, I'm able to take the bad guys down, take the criminals down. I mean, I don't give a fuck. If I'm as big as Ronnie Coleman, how the hell am I going to chase a meth head holding a gun to someone else's head? You know, meth head, I don't know, but you know, that's the reality. I'd give myself a heart attack if I was that big, and that's just stupid. You know,
unhealthy.
Yeah, it's got to be about health. It has to be. It has to be. For me. I don't care what it is for anyone else. You do what you want, and I don't judge. That's awesome. If you want to go and bodybuild and win, if you want to go and be a fireman, if you want to work at a grocery store, if you want to run a McDonald's, you do what you want. That's awesome. That's great. You know, but you know, as I'm realizing things about myself and changing those things, there it is. It's just fascinating. You know, and when I got into working out, because as I'm working out, I'm like, why am I so upset still? You know, working out used to be a release for me with weights. It used to be a release, you know, feel the pain in my muscle, and that emotionally helped me, and it just turned into me optimizing it to build muscle, and next thing you know, hey, you should bodybuild, you look great. Then I do it and I win. Well, why not? Let's see what happens. So here's a magazine. You're on the cover. Wow, cool. What do you know? But now it doesn't do that for me anymore. It doesn't satisfy emotionally what I'm feeling. You know, I need to get into a situation like a fight in a legal situation, such as a match in a cage with an open weight, and learn how to take that guy down and control him. That's the functional application, and I think that's what's gonna mentally help me. But so I get back in that gym, and all those old stuff comes back up. Oh, and then I think I'm bodybuilding again, and I get confused, and you know. So I just gotta keep it positive, try to stay calm, and I mean, working out with just my body weight did so much, you know, and it made me strong. So I want to get back to that, and just, there's a whole line of equipment I just want to develop that's just going to be better about keeping the body centered as you train to maximize your growth. Well, I've run on jibber jabber quite a bit, so I think that's a wrap. Chicken wrap.